Virgin River Season 4 recently dropped, and along with it came most of the answers we all needed from that Season 3 finale, and there was plenty to unpack. Whilst there was plenty going on throughout Season 4, we were also hit with the revelation that Jack isn't the father of Charmaine's twins. Today, we are discussing who all of the possibilities are when it comes to the father of Charmaine's twins. Stay with us. First up, it's Todd. Many people's favorite to be the daddy, Todd is the obvious candidate as he is the only other man on the show to have been linked to Charmaine romantically. She revealed to Jack at the end of Season 4 that he's not the dad, so she could also have been lying about when she met Todd, right? When Todd first appeared, the pair said they had met 3 weeks previous, so Charmaine would already have been pregnant. However, she's already lied to Jack about the twins being his, so she could easily have lied about when she met Todd or had him claim that they had only met 3 weeks before. This would make Todd's overbearing behavior a little more understandable, if not excusable. He wants to marry Charmaine because she is carrying his twins. Charmaine could potentially have created the lie so not to look as though she was following in the footsteps of her mother as a cheater. Back in Season 1, you might remember her saying, "I'm not her, I can't change my family tree," so it's clear she is ashamed of her mother's affair with Doc. However, this all seems like a pretty convoluted way of appeasing a man, Jack, who didn't seem overly invested in their relationship. What do you guys think? Is Todd the father? Let us know what you think below. Next, could it be Brady? Stay tuned to find out. Strangely, Ben Hollingsworth, who plays Brady on the show, actually spoke of this theory back in 2020. It seems as though Brady and Bree have a pretty solid relationship, but after all, this is Virgin River, right? As unlikely as this theory probably is, anything is possible when it comes to this show. In discussing the possibility, Hollingsworth revealed a couple of years back, "I always joked on set, I'm like, yeah, they're Brady's twins, but we never see Charmaine and Brady together. But I feel like if Brady was with someone like Jack's girlfriend, he'd be really walking a fine line, and I think I would be the one who was shot at the end of Season 2 and not him. But it could be, I don't know, we'll see what's in store." We highly doubt Brady is the father of Charmaine's twins, but as we say, anything is possible when it comes to Virgin River. What do you guys think? Is there any possibility that Brady could actually be the father? What about Mike? Let's see. Most people think there's something sketchy about Mike, and while a lot of Virgin River fans actually pinned the shooting of Jack on him, he turned out to be innocent of that particular crime. But fans are convinced he's not what most of the town's residents think he is, and must harbor one secret or another. Some fans have pointed to a conversation between Mike and his buddy Jack back in Season 3, when Jack is suggesting he might not be ready to be a father to 3 children. At this point, Mike immediately breaks eye contact and his behavior quickly changes to, well, just awkward. He responds to Jack by saying, "I don't know what to tell you. You're in a tough spot. If you need anything, just, you know." Mike seems to be hiding something, and although he seems as though he's sticking about the town to help Jack, many think he's got ulterior motives, and he is staying to figure out how he is going to raise a pair of twins as his own, whilst his friend previously thought they were his. What do we think, guys? How likely are the odds that Mike is the father of Charmaine's twins? Could the father be a donor? Stick around to hear about it. As we know, Mel is the one who has her fair share of fertility issues throughout the first few seasons of Virgin River, but there are subtle hints that Charmaine is also struggling in this area throughout the first couple of seasons. She even claims that she didn't think she had any chance of getting pregnant, whilst at one point she tells Jack that this is her last chance to be a mother. Does this mean she has gotten treatment off screen? Potentially. There is an even more subtle clue in Season 2, which most people without medical training would have completely missed. After Mel agrees to take Charmaine on as a patient, Mel is seen soon after studying clomiphene citrate and letrozole. These drugs can be prescribed in conjunction with several reproductive treatments, according to a leading fertility website, most notably IVF. Fans have pointed to the fact that as an IVF patient herself, Mel was merely reading up on what could be in store for her. But we would hark back to that old "this is Virgin River" mantra, and anything is possible. Mel could just as easily have been reading up on her new patient's treatment, but if this was the case, surely she would have told Jack. Yes, we know, doctor-patient privilege and all that, but surely Mel knows that keeping this from Jack would cause more problems further down the line. What do you guys think? What are the odds of the father being someone we don't know? Well, there is an old mantra that many a cheat lives by, which goes a little something like, "Don't crap where you eat," so you can probably see where we're going with this, right? Some fans believe that if Charmaine were to actually cheat on Jack, then it wouldn't be with a guy in town. I mean, you're just begging to be caught if you cheat on your partner with someone in such a small community. It's bound to all come out sooner or later. We know Charmaine isn't actually from Virgin River, but from Clear River, where there could be a whole host of eligible bachelors who could provide adequate company for Charmaine if in fact she had strayed. What do you guys make of this theory? Any truth? Next up, what if the twins are actually Jack's? Of course, Charmaine and Jack split, and Charmaine has just revealed that the babies aren't actually his. But what if this is just a red herring so that Charmaine and Todd can live happily ever after and not have to worry about Jack challenging them to parental rights? As we know, Charmaine isn't the most stable character on the show, and we also know that Todd wants nothing more than to marry Charmaine and raise the babies as his own. So, could the pair have contrived a way to get Jack out of the picture? Obviously, they would be risking him not demanding a DNA test, but we also know that he doesn't particularly want anything to do with Charmaine anymore, but we doubt his animosity toward Charmaine would see him completely abandon his babies, and he would almost certainly demand a DNA test. If the twins are Jack's, then this would throw a huge spanner in the works of not just Charmaine and Todd, but his relationship with Mel. What do you guys think? Any truth in this one? And finally, is Mel set to leave town? Let's discuss. There was plenty going on in season 4, none more so than in the clinic. Cameron tells Mel what he thinks about her and even suggested Jack wasn't the man for her, which she didn't appreciate one bit. The pair fall out and Cameron hands in his notice as he believes their relationship is untenable. However, when learning about his intentions to leave, Mel tried to convince him to stay, but he is adamant about his plan to leave. Mel believes it's her fault and tells Doc at the end of the season that she is planning on leaving in an attempt to get Cameron to stay. Mel is quickly forced into action after Charmaine takes a turn for the worse, but even still, Mel seemed adamant she was going to leave. If she did, that would see a huge dynamic shift on the show, as her storyline in the clinic plays a huge role. It seems as though if Cameron found out Mel planned to leave too, they could possibly decide to both stay on as a sort of pact. Cameron would almost certainly need to get over his feelings for Mel for them to have a workable professional relationship, but hopefully this doesn't signal the end for Mel. We know that the show will be back for season 5, with filming having already started in Vancouver, but the idea that Mel Monroe might not be in the clinic once it drops is too much for us. What do you guys think? As usual, thanks for dropping in today, and remember to tune in again next time when we will be discussing all sorts of cool bits and pieces. And why not do us a solid by liking and sharing today's video, whilst also subscribing to our channel so you don't miss out on more great videos in future. Bye!